Hey everybody, this is Jennifer from This Mama's Getting Fit, and I'm coming at you from my backyard because the lighting in my house is so awful, and I would tell you that it's actually not a whole lot better out here, but it is somewhat better, so we're gonna stick with this. If you hear traffic, I'm outside, that's why. So today I want to update you on my week 2 on the Nutrisystem program. So just to give you a brief synopsis of what we'll talk about today, I'm going to talk about the highlights and the lowlights of the week, tell you where my weight is currently at, and then let you know what my plans are for next week, if I'm going to tweak anything or whatever. So here we go. I am the kind of person that likes to start out with bad news first and save the good news for last, so let's get to it. The first thing I want to talk about is a couple of dishes that I did not like at all this week. The first one I had when I previously tried Nutrisystem, and I enjoyed it, and it was the loaded mashed potatoes. It's basically just mashed potatoes that are dehydrated. And I don't know if they've changed the recipe or something, but I certainly did not enjoy them. I have 2 more containers of it, so I get 2 more shots at trying to make it taste better. So we'll see how that goes. The other dish that I did not enjoy was the chicken parm. And if you follow me on Instagram, I did post about that, and I think I probably said something positive about it. And the reason for that is when I took my first bite, I made sure I had everything in that bite. I had the chicken, I had the pasta, and I had the sauce, and I took it and ate it all together, and that tasted good. My complaint about the dish is that if you don't do that, the noodles have absolutely no flavor. They didn't cook them with a dash of salt like we're all taught to. And so literally they just have no flavor. And so a couple of times I grabbed just the noodles, and then at the end I had noodles left, and I just kind of had to swallow them. I didn't enjoy it. So my tip for you would be, if you do order that, plan it out so that you can have a bite of everything until it's gone. But other than that, I did enjoy the food this week. The other downside that was kind of an epiphany I came to yesterday was I was just kind of considering what I had eaten that day, and I'll just tell you briefly, not everything but the Nutrisystem entrees. For breakfast I had a chocolate muffin. For lunch I had macaroni and cheese, and for dinner I had a pizza, and then for snack / dessert, whatever you want to call it, I had chocolate covered pretzels. Now don't get me wrong, everything tasted really good and I enjoyed everything. But as I was thinking about my day, I was like, when I'm off this diet, if I ate those items like regular that I could get at the store, not from Nutrisystem, if I ate those on a day or even on a regular basis, I would totally gain all my weight back, no problem, plus. And I think where Nutrisystem is missing a little bit is that in their attempt to make their food appealing so that people want to buy it, they're not really teaching people how to eat the food items to eat. They're definitely teaching portion control, yes, but even if you're eating the right portions, I personally just don't feel like that's a healthy way to eat on a regular basis. Vacation, absolutely. Treat, absolutely. But on a regular basis, I just don't think that's sustainable, and I don't think it's good for you. So I just will enjoy it while I can have it, and then just realizing that at the end of this diet, I'm gonna have to figure it out because I can't eat like that. All right, so let's get to the good stuff. I will talk to you about my food highlights for the week. A couple things that I really enjoyed that I will definitely be reordering. The first being the bagel. I know it sounds simple, but I don't know, they're just really good. They taste a little sweet because they're honey, but they're wheat and they are healthy. And I know for a fact I can get a healthy version at the grocery store. So that is one item that will absolutely be replaceable when I'm off this diet if I choose not to go back to keto, which will never happen, by the way, unless my body is revolting again. The other thing is their waffles for breakfast. I really enjoyed the waffles. And again, I think that's something I can get at the grocery store when this is over, and it will be comparable. So I'm excited about that. As far as lunches go, I don't really have a lunch that I die for. The only one that I want to mention is their strawberry bar. And the reason I want to mention that is, number one, it tasted really good, and number 2, it's just the bars are a great option if you're busy, if you're on the road like I am, like on a Sunday. I drive basically all day. So that is a wonderful option, and it's tasty. And then dinners, there's two I want to point out. One was the turkey dinner. That was my absolute favorite last time, and it's probably my favorite again this time. Well, maybe not. I'll get to the second one, but I think the only thing it's missing is a little bit of low sugar cranberry sauce. Would it would make it amazing. So Nutrisystem, if you're watching this, add cranberries. And then lastly, my ultimate favorite thing, and I like this in real life, like when I'm regularly eating, and also I love the Nutrisystem version, and that is a meatloaf sandwich. I have loved meatloaf since I was a child. When my brother and I were really little, and my mom was a single mom, she raised us by herself, and we didn't have much money at all, and so this one Christmas she decided she wanted to let my brother and I pick our meal for Christmas, and she was a little concerned about letting us pick, so she said, whatever you want, you guys, I'll get it for you. And literally she meant it. She was gonna make it happen no matter what it was. And so my brother and I talked, and we decided we both really wanted meatloaf for Christmas dinner, and she's like, really? Are you sure? Yep, we were sure. I don't know if my brother still likes it, but I love meatloaf. And the Weight Watchers did not disappoint. It was very, very good. I'm glad that I ordered 3 of them because I knew I'd probably like them, and so I have 2 more in the freezer. Yay! So those are the highlights on the food. Now let's just talk about my energy level this week. If you watched my video from last week, you knew I was struggling. I'd just gotten out of the hospital. I was on antibiotics. I was feeling really crappy. I feel amazing this week. Total difference. I feel like myself. I feel energetic. In fact, I'm gonna go to the gym on Saturday for the very first time in a long time. And so I'm looking forward to that, but my energy is awesome. I feel great. The only complaint I would have is that I am hungry a lot of the time, but I discovered potentially a secret thing today, and I will get to that in a second. So as far as my weight is concerned, and some of you probably clicked on here just to see that, last week I was at 207.7, and I neglected to record my weigh-in, but you guys can trust me. My weight this week was 206.6, so I lost 1.1 pounds. You know, it's on the low end of normal. I'm not super stoked about it, but I lost, so that is a bonus. I didn't gain. So the weight's okay. I did call Nutrisystem today because of the feeling hungry and wanting to get back to the gym, and I was a little concerned. So the lady did talk to me. She gave me a one pointer as far as maybe I'll lose more weight when I stop eating dairy for every power fuel I eat during the day, and she's right. I need to figure something out, so I need to work on that part. And so actually that's just a great segue for next week and what I'm going to change up. So I'm definitely going to limit myself to 1 dairy power fuel daily. That's going to be really hard, but I'm going to do it. And then the second thing I'm going to do is when I do get back, I'm going to go back to the gym, and that'll be 3 times a week that I'm going to go, like I was previous to getting sick. And per Nutrisystem counselor, she said, you know, if you are feeling hungry, like to the point of not feeling well, she knows I know my body really well, so I know what I need and what I don't need. So if I'm just slightly hungry, I need to power through. But if I'm feeling hungry to the point where I know that it's not good, if I'm weak or faint or getting a headache or whatever, then I am to add 1 power fuel a day, which is what I was thinking I would do. So it's nice to know that we are on the same page. So that will be the other thing I'm going to change up next week. Finally, I think I may have discovered something that works for me. So I am really, really bad about eating 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we're supposed to eat, we're supposed to eat 6 times a day on Nutrisystem, and that is extremely hard for me, as I'm sure it is for a lot of people. You just get going with your day, you're busy. I'm in customer service at a doctor's office, so you know I have patients coming in every 10 minutes or more, and I just don't have time to whip out my yogurt in the middle of the day and try to eat it. So this morning I really wanted 2 poached eggs for breakfast, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna just combine my afternoon or my morning snack with my breakfast and have it together and hope it's not a disaster. So I did that this morning, and I'm telling you, I ate my breakfast at I think 8 o'clock, and I did not get hungry till about 2. It was actually after 2 when I actually bothered to eat, so that was cool. And then when I ate at 2, I was like, oh my goodness, it's like almost dinner time. So I thought, boy, I'm not gonna have time to eat my afternoon snack with separately from my lunch, so I'm gonna stick them together too. And so I was able to have a wonderful lunch, and I feel great. So this may be what I try this week. In fact, it is what I'm gonna try this week. I'm gonna try combining my snacks with my meals, and that may not be ideal per Nutrisystem, but you know what? This is me and my body and my life, and I have to do what works for me. So that is my plans for this next week. I hope that you are inspired by this, and I hope you are successful on your own health journey. Whatever you are doing, keto, Nutrisystem, or whatever, as long as it is done healthfully and mindfully, then I wish you all the success. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you have not subscribed, please do. I'm trying to get a video out as often as possible. Once a week is my goal. So I hope you'll stick with me. And you know, I do only post, I try to post once a week, but I'm on Instagram constantly. So if you want to see the my day-to-day grind, follow me on Instagram. I also have a Facebook group, not selling anything, not doing anything. It's just a bunch of people that are on their own health journey, and I post and try to inspire and try to get, you know, interaction between the peoples. So it's just fun. It literally is not for anything other than inspiration and fun. So I will put that information down in the box below, and I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I wish you much success.